All right, my friend, welcome back. You just got done tuning into the video where I am literally speaking to your conscious and your unconscious mind. And the reason why I want to show you these tools and techniques is because as a conversational hypnotist, your job is to walk people from what they're consciously aware of to what they're unconsciously aware of, right? Now, a lot of times the conscious mind is over here and it's thinking the problem is this, but that's because the unconscious mind doesn't want you to look at the real problem. Oftentimes, what do? We say, oh, they're the problem, my girlfriend's the problem, or my mom's the problem, or my bank account's the problem. That's the unconscious mind saying, look over there, go get it, fetch. Because the unconscious mind is really in charge of like 95 to 97% of who you really are. And the 3% is like what you think you feel, and like all the other stuff that's going around, like the thoughts in your head and the words that you're aware of and things you got to do, the lists of the day. So when we can take someone from the conscious mind all the way to the unconscious mind, and I'll show you all some really, really powerful tools later on to start to dig out the golden gems and the diamonds from the unconscious mind. But right now, we just want to get someone there. Okay? So these are some really cool, powerful techniques. I'm going to give you a bunch. All you really need is one or two in your tool belt. Pull it out whenever you need, and then you'll become a really powerful conversational hypnotist. Okay? So the conscious processes are over here on the left, and the unconscious processes are over here on the right. And notice that I made this a pendulum for a reason, because it's really, really powerful, and it creates a really powerful trance when you can take someone from the conscious mind to the unconscious, from the conscious mind to the unconscious, from the conscious mind to the unconscious. And we're literally, this is why I call it the directions of awareness. We are moving them from one place to another. So for instance, I'm going to begin to count, which is a conscious process, right? I want you to count from 10 down to 1 with me, okay? On the count of 10, I want you to begin to notice how quickly or how slowly you're blinking. And on the count of 9, I want you to become aware of the sensations of the air coming in and out of your nose. And on the count of 8, beginning to breathe into your belly. Unconscious process, breathing's an unconscious process. On the count of 7, beginning to notice and feel your heartbeat. 6, 5, 4, beginning to become aware of the temperature of the air around you. 3, noticing all the little tiny micro adjustments that your body's making right now, the tensions to relaxations, the blinking. 2, all the way now. And noticing as I'm doing this, I am lowering the speed of my voice, because the conscious mind talks up here. It's beta. Conscious mind is like, oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. And it just bounces all over the place. But the unconscious mind is kind of like under the surface. Conscious mind are the individual waves. The unconscious mind is the stream that's taking you somewhere. Okay? So one of the ways we can shift people from the conscious to the unconscious is just by giving their conscious mind something to do that's easy, like counting, and then begin to activate and bring their awareness to all these little tiny unconscious experiences. Another way is tracking details, okay? The conscious mind is good at labeling, it's good at looking at, it's good at noticing things. So if we can start to bring the conscious awareness to all these different places inside the body or outside the body, then all of a sudden the conscious mind is confused, is dizzy, it's doing way too many things. And then that automatically shifts awareness from the conscious to the unconscious mind. And the reason why it does that is because it gets overloaded. So when you overload the conscious mind with information, it automatically checks out and says, okay, I have to give this to a more powerful processing unit. Okay? So what I want you to do, and I'll show you how to do this to track details, to create a powerful trance state. Take a deep breath in. And out. What I want you to do is I want you to keep track of 5 things for me. I want you to feel the sensations of the air coming in and out of your nose. And as you do that, I want you to notice your heartbeat, while also noticing the body temperature and the feeling of the clothes on your skin, keeping track of your breathing. noticing the temperature, feeling yourself blink, or closing your eyes. But you're also noticing all the little tiny experiences going on the pads of your feet, while you're noticing your breath, feeling your heartbeat, slowing your blinking down, micro movements all around, subtly and slowly, relaxing deeper and deeper. And as you do that, I want you to begin to answer this question internally. Which one of my hands is more relaxed right now? And which one of my feet feels more calm? And notice that as we answer those internal questions, we're also making comparisons. So what I want you to do is I want you to notice, do you feel more relaxed now versus when you first started this video? And as you do that, begin to repeat these phrases silently. I can relax my breath. I can relax my breath. I can relax my breath. Asking yourself, do I want to become a hypnotist? Do I want to make someone feel this relaxed? And the answer is obviously yes. Other conscious and unconscious processes are skin sensations, feeling your jaw begin to relax. I want you to notice that space right under your tongue. I want you to just feel, put all of your awareness, kinesthetic awareness, your body awareness on the sensations right there at the bottom and the base of your tongue, and notice, are you salivating? Notice, is there any kind of wetness there, or is it completely dry? And as you do that, I want you to feel gravity pulling you down. And notice how that feels inside of your body. And as you begin to feel gravity pulling you down, I want you to hear my voice and see my face. And as you see my face, you can begin to relax your facial expression. Sinking, floating, drifting down now into the rhythmic patterns of your breath. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out, feeling gravity's pull, feeling your jaw relax. As you recognize, this is so easy, right? So taking a deep breath in, come back to full conscious awareness, my friend. Because when you can just master a few of these, you don't have to remember all of it. I really like to do the counting because it's easy, 1 to 10. You really can't forget 1 to 10. And then just do the breathing, do the heartbeat, do the body temperature, right? Shoulders, I call it nose, toes, everything goes. Feel your nose, feel your toes. Everything in between, just point their awareness to all those unconscious things, like what their fingertips are feeling. Notice as soon as I say, notice your fingertips, what do you have to do? You have to notice your fingertips. It's so easy. So this is what I want you to tune into, is when we become a master of the conscious versus the unconscious mind, and this becomes a skill that we have, then what I can begin to do is I can begin to give a presentation. I can start to teach. I can start to just tell a story that's random in my coaching session, right? They say something and I say, I remember a time where I was sitting by the beach and I felt my toes in the sand. I felt my toes in the sand right there, kinesthetic. And as I felt my toes in the sand, I heard the birds all around me. And I could see just this beautiful stretch of beach. The sun was shining. The clouds were not even relevant there. And I just felt the warmth of the sun, right? I felt the body temperature, the warmth of the sun all around me. And I could hear the waves crashing all around me. And I thought to myself, right, answering questions internally, what is it that I really, really need solved in my life right now? What's the biggest problem I have? And because I was so relaxed, my unconscious mind was so open that my unconscious mind started talking to me. And what did my unconscious mind say? It said, I need to build my business. I need to help more people. I need to support more people. I need to make enough money to build my family and make them feel safe. Because I grew up in a space where I couldn't even afford to buy shoes. Right? My mom couldn't even buy me shoes when I had holes in them. So right there on that beach, I decided I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure that I can build financial abundance for myself and my family. I decided I'm going to build this business so I don't have to experience that soul-sucking 9 to 5 anymore. I used to sell cell phones. I used to be a debt collector. I used to be a cook. I used to do all those things. And I want you to think about all the things that you had to do that you hated to do. I want you to think about, okay, all those things that you had to do that you hated to do just for money. And as you sit there, breathing deep, feeling your heartbeat, notice I'm doing it right now. I want you to begin to ask yourself the same question. What is it that I really need to be doing right now? Is it becoming a conversational hypnotist so that I can get people really powerful results? So that I can raise my prices and charge what I'm worth? Is it becoming a conversational hypnotist so that I can start to change my belief system and step into my value as a powerful healer on this planet, right? So what I want you to notice is when you become a master of the conscious and unconscious mind, you can start to weave these things in and out, weave them in and out, weave them into your neurology, into your speech, weave them into every cell, muscle, and fiber of your being. And when you can do that, you just become naturally hypnotic. Everywhere you go, every conversation you have, you know how to bring people from tension to relaxation. Who doesn't feel good when they're relaxed? You know how to take people from their conscious thoughts and what they think the problem is to their unconscious roots, the real problem. I can ask someone, hey, look, we're going to have 60 minutes together. We're going to sit down. We're going to have 60 minutes together. And what I want to do is I want to solve your biggest problem. So what I need you to do is get really deep, really fast. Okay? What's the biggest problem that you have? And if we can just bite and just chew it and like digest something from that big problem so that at the end of our 60-minute call, you feel like you got a ton of value. I want you to think about that for a second. That's how I frame my coaching calls, my sales calls. What's your biggest problem? Bring their awareness. Boom. Look at the problem. And when they're looking at the problem, I want you to get real with me, dude. I want you to really get real. I'm safe. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to judge you. Pull down all the masks, unconsciously telling them what to do, right? Share with me what your deepest pain is. What's your deepest fear? What's your deepest problem? And I can help. So by the end of the call, what do they do as a conversational hypnotist? You know how to poke the buttons to understand the emotions. You can reflect to them their unconscious patterns so that they can become conscious and they can actually start to change it. When you start to really become a master of conversational hypnosis, you never have to sell anything again because people are literally raising their hands to try and work with you. Your content on social media becomes freaking easy, okay? Because you just tell stories and hypnotize people. And also, you know how your own mind works, so you can stop sabotaging yourself. You can sit down and do the things you need to do to build the business so you can quit your 9 to 5 and build your financial abundance so that your kids aren't freaking, drinking out of a water spigot outside because you can't afford a freaking Brita filter, right? So what we're going to do is let's take one more deep breath in. I totally went off, but if you stick with me, through this course and through this conversational hypnosis course, you'll notice that I kind of go off sometimes. I have my squirrel moments. But if you can come down to these simple techniques, bring them to the unconscious mind, open it up, make them relax, then you are already heads and tails above 95% of the people who say that they're a hypnotist and they just read scripts. Okay? So check out the next video. Don't forget to practice this. Download the PDF because I'm going to lay this out in a really, really simple format so you can just take it and skill and drill it into your neurology so that you just have it, because it's only a rumor until it's in the muscle. And if you feel a desire, you can come and check out the community where every single week we come together and we practice these skills. Not just this, but emotional regulation. We practice how do we shift people's mental awareness so that they can change beliefs on the spot. It's a lot of fun stuff. So without further ado, check out the next video. I'm sending you lots of love.